In this video, we shall focus on nomenclature of organic compounds. What do you mean by nomenclature? Nomenclature means naming of organic compounds. So earlier, the organic compounds were given common names based on how they were extracted, from where they were extracted, who had extracted. They were given some names, and that system is called as common system of nomenclature. And this common system led to a lot of confusion amongst people. Therefore, some chemists sat together and they arrived at a system called as IUPAC system, which avoided the confusion in naming the organic compounds, and they set up some rules. And what do you mean by IUPAC? It is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Now you may wonder how common system led to confusion. So we shall just see here. Acetic acid is common name, or also it is called as vinegar. Vinegar is common name. Vinegar is common name of acetic acid whose formula is CH3COOH. I have another acid called as formic acid whose common name is formica. What it is called as? Formica. Why it is called as formica? Because it is extracted from ants. You would have called it as antic acid. But why it is called as formica? Because in Latin language, formica means what? Ants. Hence, the name formic acid. Imagine if we Kannadigas had, discovered this particular acid. It is present in the ant bite. Okay, we would have called it as what? Uric acid. So, some of the people would call it as uric acid. Some of them would call it as formic acid. Others would call it as antic acid. And all of them, when they sit together and start talking about the new molecule what they had discovered, they will come to know that they are talking about the same thing, which will lead to what? Utter waste of time. I have just quoted an example here. So to avoid confusion, we have adopted what? IUPAC system. We have adopted IUPAC system, wherein if you follow the rules given by them throughout the world, the name of the molecule remains the same. It remains the same, which will not lead to what? Confusion. Therefore, we shall start learning how to name organic compounds using the rules framed by International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. In today's video, let us try to understand about IUPAC nomenclature. So, hydrocarbons, they are compounds of carbon made up of carbon and hydrogen only. These hydrocarbons can be branched or they can be straight chain. Here I have shown you an example. So, this is a branched chain of hydrocarbon. So, this is our branch. In a branch, carbon is involved, and this is called as the functional group. And what is the branched chain called as? It is called as substituent. Okay. And look at this. In straight chain, so this is the straight chain hydrocarbon, in which you have Br as well as OH. So this acts as a functional group. So whenever you are naming an organic compound, you have to first identify the longest chain. In this case, there are 3 carbon atoms. In this case, there are how many carbon atoms? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 carbon atoms. So you have to identify the longest carbon chain, identify the functional groups and identify the substituents. And then you will arrive at the name of the organic compound. Organic compound consists of the root word, which is very important part of the molecule. So without root word, a molecule will not exist. It is like heart of a body. So root word is very important. In front of root word, if functional groups are there, you are going to fix it in front of the root word. Therefore, it is called as suffix. And anything which is not suffix but does play an important role, then it is fixed before the root word and it is called as prefix. So something which is fixed before the root word is called as prefix. Something which is fixed after the root word is called as suffix. What is root word? Root word tells you about the number of carbon atoms present in the molecule. So previously I had shown here, in this case, how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2 and 3. So it's root word. You have to take it from this. So 3 means it is called as prop. In this case 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So there are 5 carbon atoms. So root word is pent. So I will teach you all the root words which you have to remember or by heart them. If substituents are there, then you are going to fix it before the root word. If functional groups are there, you are going to fix it after the root word, and they are called as suffixes. Right? So there are 2 types of suffixes. Which are they? Primary suffix, which is denoted by 1 degree, and secondary suffix, which is denoted by 2 degree. So what is a primary suffix? Primary suffix tells whether there is carbon-carbon single bond, carbon-carbon double bond or carbon-carbon triple bond in a molecule. If single bond is present in a molecule, then your root word is followed by ANE. If carbon-carbon double bond is present, then you have to fix ENE in front of the root word. If triple bond is present, then you have to fix YNE in front of the root word. So first we will find out the root words and then we will. What is a root word? As I have already said, it is the number of carbon atoms present in the molecule. If there is 1 carbon atom, then the root word is meth. What? Meth. If there are 2 carbon atoms, then the root word is eth. If there are 3, then it is prop. If 4, it is but. 1 for meth, 2 for eth, 3 for prop, 4 for but. And I think these you will remember: 5 pent, 6 hex, 7 hept, 8 oct, 9 non, 10 dec. All these you should know them by heart. Now let us see the functional groups. So what is a functional group? It determines the character of an organic compound. So where they are fixed in front of the root word. If they are fixed in front of the root word, then we call them as suffix. So functional group for alcohols is OH. And what is the suffix? OL. Functional group for aldehydes is CHO, or to be more specific, C double bond OH. And what is its suffix? AL. Functional group of ketones is C double bond O and its suffix is ONE. I shall repeat. What is the functional group of alcohols? OH. And what is the suffix? OL. OH, OL. Aldehyde C double bond OH or CHO. Suffix is AL. While writing, you should be very clear about O and A. And for ketones, it is ONE. For carboxylic acids, it is oic acid. For CN, that is nitriles, it is nitrile. For NH2, it is amine. So where are these functional groups fixed if present in the organic compound? They are fixed in front of the root word. Now let us look into the prefixes. We know that prefixes are fixed before the root word. So let us see some of the prefixes. So which are that? Cl is called as chloro. If Br is present, it is called as bromo. If F, fluorine, is present, then it is called as fluoro. If I is present, it is called as iodo. In general, all these are written as halo. If halo is written, then you have to write it as X. If X is present, prefix is halo. Okay. Now here can you see CH3, C2H5. CH3 is called as methyl group and C2H5 is called as ethyl group. Now how did you arrive at CH3? It is obtained from CH4. If you remove one hydrogen atom from methane, it becomes methyl and it will be in the branched chain of the hydrocarbon. Okay, similarly, if you remove one hydrogen from ethane, C2H6, then it will be C2H5 and it will be called as ethyl. So methane becomes methyl, ethane becomes ethyl, alkane, thus alkane should become alkyl group. So alkyl group is written as R. So what is R? It has one hydrogen atom less than that of alkane. And here I have another substituent NO2 which is for nitro. Where are all these prefixes fixed? They are fixed before the root word. So in an organic compound you have root word which is very important, and if any substituents are there, they are fixed before the root word, and functional groups, if present, are fixed after the root word. So in the next video we'll look into some of the examples. Thank you.